Simply getting the listing is not enough. If you want a consistent, predictable, reliable business and consistent, predictable, reliable income in real estate, you got to learn how to take a listing and turn it into multiple listings, turn it into more business. And the key is going to be leveraging neighbors. They're already looking at the listing. Let's leverage that and take full advantage. I'm going to show you the 3 most innovative things that I've been seeing lately in the market and that we're using in the market to actually generate more business from the listings that we get. Now, don't get me wrong, we do a lot of other things besides these 3 things, but I want to show you because they're outside the box and it might be something that you decide to add to your business that actually pays off. So let's jump right into that right now. Now, before we do that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share this video. And I really need your comments on this one because I want to know if you would consider doing some of these things, if you have tried some of these things, or any innovative things that you've done to leverage your listing to get more business. And as a reminder, I'm Isaac Guzman with Real Estate CEOs, and we're always giving you the best, most relevant information on all things real estate. And if you ever want to learn how to partner with us, whether that's how to generate more business, sign more listings, leverage those listings into more business, getting started with video, or scaling your team, we've got you covered. Go in the description below, click that link, and you can book one-on-one time with me. And I'd love to introduce you to the entire Real Estate CEOs family. There's more than 1,000 of us now. Number 1 is the open house feedback form. So here's how we've done it. Now, you totally can do this door knocking, but we've done it via mail. And so here's the way that we do it via mail. The way that we do it is we mail out a postcard that you can write on to the neighbors. And it says, hey neighbor, it says something like this. Hey neighbor, your neighbor is selling their house and they need your help. We need your feedback. We are inviting you to an event on Saturday at 1 where you can come check out the house and give us feedback, so that way we can position the property the best in the market. And so what it is, it's basically just a little checklist where they fill out their name, then we ask them for their phone number because we want to do follow-up and get some feedback in case we need clarity. Now we're deciding that we're going to also offer a raffle if they give us their number. So obviously we need their phone number in order to be able to capture or be able to tell them if they won or not. So anyways, we do that, and it has just some core parts of the house, right? Curb appeal, master bedroom, flooring, kitchen finishes, things like that. And we say, hey, is the condition excellent? Is it fair? Or does it need some work? And then we have a little comment section below. So the thing about this is it's really incredible. We're actually taking that, compiling that, and giving that feedback to the seller. So it actually is neighbors helping neighbors. In addition to that, what we're able to do is capture their information, follow up with them, say thank you so much for the feedback, and then start building rapport with them and talking to them about all the things that we talk to homeowners about, whether it's thinking about selling, refinancing, all the other options that we have, or simply just educating them on the market and their home's value. So we use a company called My Home IQ. I can drop the link in the description, but in either case, we use that to keep them up to date on all things. So on that form, we also allow them to check and opt into that. Now that doesn't mean if they don't check it, we're not going to reach out to them and talk to them, but it does give us permission to just automatically put them in that system and start adding value right away. So the open house feedback form is amazing and it works really well. It's very unique. And in addition to that, one other thing that it does is it drives them in during open house hours, and that creates that foot traffic that the seller loves to see and that buyers oftentimes see as a call of urgency, and seeing that, man, this property is pretty popular. And so if they were thinking about writing an offer, it shifts their focus away from the seller and onto other potential buyers, because those neighbors that are coming in to give you that checklist and fill out that feedback form, those neighbors that show up, they don't have a sign on their head that says, hey, I'm not a serious buyer. I'm actually just a neighbor taking a look and helping fill out a feedback form. They don't know that. The buyer walking around in there that's serious about it just sees another person that might represent a competition. So it's a win all around. Number 2, video of the interior. This is something that we can do whether you're calling, door knocking. What we do is now a door hanger, but in either case, what we do is we have a video of the interior of the home, and we offer that as a teaser for the neighbor. If I'm talking to them on the phone, or I am knocking on the door and I'm talking to them in person and they're unable to show up to the open house, Well, I say, great, I'll do you one better. Since you can't make it, but I know most neighbors love to see the interior of the neighbor's home just to see what's going on. Maybe you're just interested. Maybe you're thinking about remodeling your house or possibly even selling yours in the future and you want to compare it. I've got a video for you. Where do you want me to send it? Would you want me to text it or email it? Now, if I have their phone number, because I'm talking to them on the phone, I'll ask them what their email is. If I'm in person, I'll probably ask them what their phone number is so I can text it to them right there. I'll have it up on my phone ready to rock, right? So that's a thing that you want to be able to do. Now, here's the other thing, door hangers. These are normally after the open house, only because I don't want to deter anybody from coming to the open house. I don't want them to see the QR code, be able to scan it, and see the interior of the home and go, I don't need to see the open house after all. So I don't know. Some people have done it before on the team where they do it and they don't care. They're just like, I'll hang the door hanger beforehand, because if they do see, and this is a good argument, if they do see the interior photos or the interior video, right, that leads them to a landing page because they're scanning that QR code. If they do see that, they're more inclined to show up to the open house. I don't know. We haven't had enough data. We haven't been doing this thing long enough to get enough data to know which one's better, but we are A/B testing it. So I'll give results probably in the next 6 months or so as we continue to see this. But in either case, what we do is we have a door hanger that is marketing the property and it says, want to see the inside? Question mark with a little arrow to a QR code that takes them to a landing page. That's the landing page for the video. Right? And so we want to capture that information as much as we can and get that video out. The third one is really fun, very innovative. Matter of fact, we just adopted this from a buddy of mine named Stefan DeLorenzo in San Diego. I love that guy. Huge shout out to him. Amazing innovator in the space. And in either case, here's what we do. And now, quick warning before I show you this. In order to be able to capture the people's information and add them to the database and market to them over and over and over again, such that when they're ready to sell, you're the person that they go to, it's going to be a little bit more work. You're going to have to bring some item of value. Monthly market update, a flyer of some sort that drives them to a website, or you're going to have to be able to have that conversation where you can actually capture their information using a door knocking script. So I'm not going to get into what scripting we're using on that, but I do want to say this process works. So it's the congratulations sign. So what we do is we have a big congratulations signs, we put balloons on the side, and we knock on the door. And when they open up, well, they do open up because they think they won some kind of prize, and we just let them know, no, we're not the publisher's clearinghouse. You didn't win a big thing, but we actually just represented the buyer or the seller, it doesn't matter, right, on your neighbor's house. They just sold their house and you have a new neighbor. And so I'm coming here to get you to welcome them to the neighborhood by signing this giant card. I'm going to put it in their front yard. And so I think they would feel really welcome if you were able to sign the card, maybe even leave them a quick little note. We'd appreciate that. And then they go ahead and sign it, and then you start having the conversation. Now, if you're good at door knocking, you have a good door knocking script, obviously that's the one you're going to follow. If not, at the very least, you're going to want to have some item of value that has a call to action on it, like, hey, learn your home's value instantly with a QR code to My Home IQ or whatever automated valuation model you're using to capture information, right? So in either case, that's a really good one. Now, that one's the most fun, but it is the hardest to convert in terms of like capturing information and adding people to the database. So I know that there are plenty of other outside the box innovative ways to leverage your current listing to turn it into more business. If you have one, please drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear more. And if you're ever interested in learning how we partner up with agents just like you, team leaders, independent brokers, all across the country, go in the description. There's a link where you can book a one-on-one time with me. Love to chat. Until next time, happy selling.